And hello, fabulous people. Beate Gillette here, the growth architect. And as you see, I have some new digs. How'd you like that? Well, you know me and my Zoom backgrounds. Anyway, so today I want to talk to you about three things that you absolutely must do at this very moment that will help you to drive your business forward. For business owners, the path is always very, very clear. And that's what I want to share with you today. You can only control what you can control. Everything that is outside of your control, you're not responsible for what happens in Washington. You're not responsible for what happens anywhere else in the world. You're not responsible how other people are going out and meeting other people and, potentially getting infected. You're not responsible for any of that. What you're responsible for is one and one thing only, and that's yourself. So we take the focus and put it entirely on you right now at this moment. So I want you to really think about it like a self-preservation because of just the way our brains are wired and how sensitive our brains are to suggestions and to fear. Because remember, we have always this thing in the back of our heads that the USB port has been plugged in. We already pre-programmed to constantly worry about things that haven't happened yet, to run disaster scenarios in our head, because that's how we've been trained, and a lot of it is by the media because of the headlines that are selling are always negative. So right now, I want you to take that and I just want you to put that aside. So let's look at your business and let's look about you and what you have control over. So the first thing you want to do right now is plan. So if you have not listened to the goal setting, you need to do that, because without a plan, anyway, will get you there. The motion of moving forward is started by making a plan. And the more the more of a plan you have, the better it is. So now when you have the larger plan, now you take that plan and you land the plan. Now I want you to really think about, if this is my goal for the end of the year, how do I achieve this goal in these steps? What do I need to do every month? What do I need to do every week? And focus entirely on that, on your plan. It'll make you feel so, so, so much better. So number one, the thing you must do is plan. Get that plan in order. Number two, prepare. Preparing means that you are looking at, who do you need to make it happen? What's the investment you need to make? What are the actions you have to take? What's the email server you need to set up? What is the website you need to update? What's the communication you need to be having? How many phone calls do you make? So you really prepare every single item of that larger strategy, of that plan. So you have the plan. The plan has different elements of the strategy. So you prepare for each one of these items, because otherwise it's a wish and not really a plan. And then the third part you want to do is you want to execute consistently. And so this is something that a lot of people say that they're doing really, really well, myself included. And then when you really look at it, it's really not entirely true. So I have noticed, since I've been doing so much mindset work, that I have a tendency, this is really odd, that I just noticed that I do it, but I don't finish it all the way. Like I leave one part open. I don't know why. So I'll start the proposal, but I don't finish the proposal. And then I drag finishing it for days. And there's really no reason for me to do that. So when I dive deeper into that, then I go, oh, it's my USB port that's been plugged in the programming. And it says, well, if you never finish it and you never send it, then nobody can ever receive it. And then they can reject you or can say no. I mean, how is that for a really shitty mindset? So you catch yourself in that and you say, all right, my execution has to be an execution that has no meaning to it. So in your logical brain that when you execute a strategy, some of it will work and some of it doesn't. So as you execute the strategy, what you want to do is then have sort of that Curiosity, I said, oh, that worked. Oh, whoa, that really didn't work. But you can't make this about you. You can't say, well, I really suck. Man, I'm such a loser. I mean, I can't even like write an email that people want to open. All you want to do is to say, what was it that I wrote in that email that ticked people off that they didn't open? Okay, that headline doesn't work. So in the execution, take the judgment out, because if you put the judgment in the execution, right? Because on whether the email is written one way or another, it has no meaning. You only know in the results on whether it worked or not, but that doesn't mean that you are X or you are X. So the emotion that you're attaching to the action is entirely your interpretation of it. Because you could also say, man, I'm so glad I only sent that email out to 100 people because that headline really sucked. I don't know what I was thinking, but now I'm going to find a better headline and I'm going to send that email out to a lot more people. So you see that when you are executing, you keep your language and the verbiage and how you articulate it entirely to yourself. There's a thing that I call the second part of the sentence. And it's very interesting how many people do that. And I want you to make sure that you watch yourself on whether or not you do that. And the second part of the sentence goes, I did really good today, but I didn't get everything accomplished. So you just undid in the second part of the sentence all the good stuff you set yourself up in the first. So you voided the whole thing and you leave with a negative connotation. Why can you not just say, you know what? I got a lot accomplished today. Isn't that much better? So catch yourself on whether you are also one of those second part of the sentence people. And if you are, please put it in the comments. I want to know who you are so I can beat it out of you and hold you accountable for it. And just stop doing that. Stay in that first portion of the sentence where you give yourself the kudos you deserve. So again, in what can you do right this very moment to help to drive your business forward? You plan, you prepare, you execute, and you are not going to judge. You're going to take a position of curiosity to simply see on whether your execution works or it doesn't work, but you're not going to go in anymore and make it about you. It is just simply that a particular strategy may work or a particular strategy may not work, and you will not take it personal. Promise. Can I get a I promise from you, please? That's it for me for today.